students, till now we have discussed intragenic gene interaction, and now we will do some important topics of intergenic gene interaction. In this, our first topic is pleiotropic gene. Now what is pleiotropic gene? Students, normally हमने ये देखा है कि one gene is having one effect only. But if a gene is having more than one effect or multiple effects, then that is known as pleiotropic gene. इसका बहुत अच्छा एक एग्जाम्पल जो है वो पी प्लांट में देखा गया है. इन पी प्लांट, स्वीट पी, the gene which controls flower color, that also controls the color of seed coat and the presence of axillary red spots. तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि one gene is controlling, is having three effects. It is controlling three characters. So it is an example of pleiotropic gene. Similarly, in Drosophila, the gene which controls the size of wings, that also controls the nature of balancers, the eye color, the dorsal bristles, fertility and longevity, etc. So this is the example of pleiotropic gene. One of the best example of this pleiotropic gene is seen in sickle cell anemia. बच्चों, sickle cell anemia जो है that is a genetic disorder जिसमें a change is brought in the structure of hemoglobin. This is the normal structure of hemoglobin with two alpha chains and two beta chains. In sickle cell anemia, what happens? In the sixth amino acid of the beta chain of hemoglobin, the amino acid which is glutamic acid, that is get replaced by valine. जो sixth amino acid होती है glutamic acid, वो किससे replace हो जाती है? valine से हो जाती है. और जब वो valine से replace हो जाती है, then that hemoglobin it becomes mutated hemoglobin. Now the individual which have both the pairs of mutated hemoglobin, they are sickle cell anemic. और इन individuals की early एज में ही डेथ हो जाती है ड्यू टू द डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ आरबीसी. एंड द वन व्हिच हैव बोथ द नॉर्मल पेयर्स, दे आर हैविंग नॉर्मल hemoglobin, they are the normal individuals. And the individuals which are having one HbS and one HbA, what are these? These are carriers. Now why they are called carriers? Carriers means otherwise they are normal, but they can carry this mutated allele to the next generation. और ये carriers usually कहाँ देखे गए हैं? They are seen in Africa and where they are found to be resistant towards an endemic disease called malaria. Because जो malarial parasite है Plasmodium, that cannot complete its life cycle in the sickle shaped RBC. नॉर्मली सिकल सेल अनीमिया में आरबीसी जो है वो सिकल शेप हो जाते हैं. जो कैरियर्स होते हैं उनमें सम आरबीसी आर नॉर्मल, दैट इज दे आर ओवल एंड सर्कुलर, एंड सम आरबीसी दे बिकम सिकल शेप्ड. एंड इन दीज सिकल शेप्ड आरबीसी द प्लाज्मोडियम कैन नॉट कंप्लीट इट्स लाइफ साइकिल. सो द कैरियर्स दे आर रेजिस्टेंट टुवर्ड्स मलेरिया, एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ सिलेक्शन इज नोन एज बैलेंसिंग सिलेक्शन. For detailed study of this sickle cell anemia, see this small video clip.
Students, sickle cell anemia is a genetic disorder in which the sixth amino acid of beta chain of hemoglobin, which is glutamic acid, that gets replaced by valine. Actually, this change is caused by substitution where the T that is replaced by A. When T is replaced by A, it causes changes in one amino acid, and because of this change, the normal hemoglobin it gets changed to mutated hemoglobin. So this one is normal hemoglobin, and because of mutation or substitution, the hemoglobin has changed into mutated one. Because of this mutation, what happens? Normally the RBC, they are oval in shape. And because of mutation, these RBC, they become sickle shaped. Now what happens? When this RBC, they become sickle shaped, they also become very rigid and sticky, and they start getting struck in the small blood capillaries. ये नैरो ब्लड कैपिलरीज जो हैं उनमें इकट्ठी हो जाएंगी, स्ट्रक हो जाएंगी, जो कि नियर बाई ऑर्गन की ब्लड सप्लाई और उसकी ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई को अफेक्ट करेगा. नाउ दिस सिकल सेल अनीमिया is also an example of pleiotropic gene. Why? Because this gene is causing many effects in the body. What are the many effects which are produced in the body because of sickle cell anemia? The first effect is this, that the RBC become sickle shaped. And when the RBC become sickle shaped, they start collecting in the narrow blood capillaries. They will start breaking down there. This will lead to blood clotting. And when these blood clots, they are formed in some nearby vital organs, then these organs, they will also start getting damages. जैसे कि हार्ट फेलियर हो सकता है, ब्रेन डैमेज हो सकता है, किडनी डैमेज हो सकता है, because of this sickle cell anemia. So this is all about sickle cell anemia.
Now our next topic is polygenic inheritance. Students, the name itself indicates poly means many and genic means genes. So the traits which are controlled by more than one pair of genes, वो characters जो कि एक से ज़्यादा genes के थ्रू कंट्रोल्ड होते हैं, उनको हम कहते हैं पॉलीजेनिक ट्रेट्स. मेंडल के केस में हमने ये स्टडी किया था दैट वन ट्रेट इज गवर्न्ड बाय वन जीन, बट लेटर ऑन मेनी सच ट्रेट्स वर फाउंड, जैसे कि ह्यूमन स्किन कलर, हाइट, ये कुछ ऐसे ट्रेट्स हैं विच आर नॉट कंट्रोल्ड बाय वन पेयर ऑफ जीन. They are actually controlled by more than one pair of genes, so they are polygenic inheritance. Now मेंडल के केस में हमने देखा कि if a plant is capital T that was tall, and if it was capital T small t, then it was also tall. So if plant is having two dominant genes, then also tall. If it is having one dominant gene, then it is also tall. But this is not in the case of polygenic inheritance. पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस में हर डोमिनेंट जीन का एक एडिटिव अफेक्ट है. अगर there is one dominant gene, there will be one phenotype. If there are two dominant genes, there will be different phenotype. If there are three dominant genes, naturally it will have a different phenotype. It means in case of polygenic inheritance, the quantity of genes, they are governing the phenotype. ये पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस में जो ट्रेड्स हैं, जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं, वो जीन्स की क्वालिटी के ऊपर नहीं, उनकी क्वांटिटी के ऊपर डिपेंड करते हैं. इसीलिए पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस को हम क्वांटिटेटिव इनहेरिटेंस भी कहते हैं. नाउ दीज पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस और पॉलीजेनिक ट्रेड्स, they are also known as metric traits. Why metric traits? Because they can be measured. For example, the height can be measured. The human skin कलर, जैसे तुम एडवर्टीजमेंट में देखते हो छोटे छोटे चार्ट्स आते हैं, सो ह्यूमन स्किन कॉम्प्लेक्शन और कलर, इट कैन ऑल्सो बी मेजर्ड. एंड दीज क्वांटिटेटिव इनहेरिटेंस, दे आर हाईली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द एनवायरनमेंट. जैसे कि हमारा जो स्किन कलर है, कॉम्प्लेक्शन है, ये एनवायरनमेंट इसे बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस करता है. अगर हम ज़्यादा देर जो है सूरज की रोशनी में रहें तो हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्शन जो है इट टर्न्स डार्क. So these traits, they are highly influenced by the environment. Polygenic inheritance को सबसे पहले डिस्कवर किया था कॉल रियोटर ने in case of tobacco. So Carl Reuter is considered to be the father of polygenic inheritance. और डेवेनपोर्ट ने स्टडी किया था ह्यूमन स्किन कलर ऑफ पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस, जिसका बहुत अच्छी एक्सप्लेनेशन तुम्हें एक छोटी सी वीडियो क्लिप में दी जाएगी. बट बिफोर दैट, सी दिस डायग्राम. In this diagram, this is shown monogenic inheritance as it was seen in Mendel, and this is the diagram of polygenic inheritance. Mendel के केस में there were two extremes, one tall and one dwarf. But in case of polygenic inheritance, दो extremes तो है ही है, but in between these two extremes there are several grades. For example, human skin color में very fair is known as albino, and very dark, that is known as negro. But albino और negro ही complexions तो नहीं है पूरी दुनिया में. There are several other skin colors also, like very fair, mulattoes means गेहुए रंग के, dark, very dark, etc. It means in polygenic inheritance, in between the two extremes there are several grades. So human skin color is an important example of polygenic inheritance, which is better explained in this small video clip.
Students, human skin color is an example of polygenic inheritance. Why polygenic inheritance? Because human skin complexion is controlled by 3 pairs of genes, like you can see in this diagram, by A, B and C. So when a cross is made between albino and between negro, then in the F1 generation, the individual which are formed, they are all mulatto. In albino, you can see that all the alleles are recessive, whereas in negro, all the alleles are dominant. A negro is having 6 dominant alleles, whereas an albino is having no dominant allele. And the mulatto, which are formed in F1 generation, they are having 3 dominant allele, 1A, 1B and 1C. Now when a cross is made between these two mulattoes, then you can see that total 64 individuals they are born. In some there are 6 dominant alleles, in some there are 5 dominant alleles, in some there will be 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Now see here, the individuals which are having all these 6 dominant alleles will be negro. So there will be 1 negro, and the individuals which are having 5 dominant alleles will be very dark, 6 dark, with 4 dominant dark, with 3 dominant mulatto, with fair 15, with very fair 6 and albino 1. So in F2 generation we will get the ratio 1:6:15:20:15:6:1. स्टूडेंट्स, ये क्रॉस तुमने ट्राई करना है और शो करना है. थैंक यू.